October 20th, 2015, Saline County Commission Public Forum and Meeting to order. Will the clerk call the roll?
Commissioner Shadwick.
Here.
Commissioner Gall.
Here.
Commissioner Price.
Here.
Commissioner Larson.
Here.
And Commissioner Smith.
Here.
Thank you.
I ask you all to join me in a flag salute and a moment of silence. Thank you. Move next to the public forum, where it's a time where citizens may speak on any issue not on the current agenda today. Is there anyone that would like to come forward?
Yeah, Norman Mantle, Saline County. Upstairs you were discussing the Friends of River issue. Do you people look down the road 25 years and see what the water issue availability is going to be? You need to talk to science. You need to talk to agriculture interests, because they're telling us it isn't a matter of if, it's a matter of when we run out of water. So we should be conserving water. And the Corps of Engineers regulates the water that flows out of that dam. So to get water turned loose from the Canopolis Reservoir probably won't happen. So why would you go forward on an issue that you know is not going to pass? You need to consider 25 years from now, because if you want to see something, there's a documentary out, The Melting World. Look at it. Watch it. So I think you better be careful. It would be in our future generations' benefit not to be using so much water. Water sustains life, and that's the most important element we got on the planet. Another subject that was kind of touched on up there is when you seek advice, you should seek your advice from the legal counsel because of liability issues that will arise. If you make a decision on something from somebody's advice other than legal counsel, you're going to have liability lawsuit issues. So I wouldn't suggest that you obtain advice from anyone other than your legal counsel, and that's what you got him for.
All right, thank you. Anyone else like to come forward today? Seeing none, I'll move over to regular business, item number 1.
It's the juvenile statistics update with Lieutenant Sean Kokanowski of the Sheriff's Office.
Welcome,
Good morning,
Lieutenant.
Last month was a fairly busy month for us. One of the busier months we've had this year. Our average was up to about 9, just over 9 per day. We had a couple weeks right there in the middle of the month that we were really busy. But other than that, it was a fairly typical month. We had 21 trips to Junction City, which isn't out of line. Things just keep kind of going pretty good over there.
Questions at this time?
Is there anything you want me to say while I'm over there? I'll be there tomorrow.
Nope. Like I said, I think things are going pretty good. So
I know that we were glad to get one of those people out of there.
yeah, definitely.
Thanks God for that.
Where'd that person go?
He went to the big house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there any public comment? Well, thanks for providing that information, and have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. Anytime you might need something, forwarded over there, let me know.
I will do that.
Okay? Thank you.
Item number 2.
County Appraisers update with Sean Robertson, Deputy County Appraiser.
Morning.
Currently, our field appraisers are finishing up our annual reinspection that we do. They're working in the rural area east of town. They should be finishing that up this week, and then they'll be moving on and begin checking the progress of building permits throughout the county, and that'll take approximately a month. While they're doing that, the data analysis has begun in order to set 2016 values, so that's in the process. We have Very few Board of Tax Appeals hearings coming up. There are just 2 that are scheduled currently within the next month. We recently received our 2015 compliance report from the Property Valuation Division of the state. We were found to be in what they call substantial compliance, both statistically and procedurally. The statistical part of it is the accuracy of our values, our analysis, and the procedural part are meeting statutory deadlines, for example, mailing notices on time. We also have received our mid-year ratio study from the Property Valuation Division of the state. What that does is compares our 2015 values that we came up with to what the properties actually sold for in 2015 after those predictive values were set. The median value that we set compared to the actual sale price for residential was 99.5% of the actual sale price. For all the commercial properties, the median was 96.4%. International Association of Assessing Officers, their standards say it should be between 90 and 110%. So we're doing very well in that area. Coming up, I will be attending an Orion Users Conference in Wichita this Thursday and Friday. Orion, as you may know, is the software, the appraisal software that every county in the state uses.
What would you said the median is 99 or 94%. What would be an extreme range of that?
An extreme range, it could vary. I don't have the numbers in front of me. I will say that just the mid-year, January through the end of June, the number of sales that were looked at for residential was about 350 sales. So I have no doubt that there were a few extreme highs and extreme lows there. I don't know exactly what those were, though.
I think that would be helpful information to know.
Okay.
Any other questions? I've got a public comment one time is with the hospital buying the doctor's offices, ComCare, and some of the others, do those now come off the tax rolls because they're not for profit?
Yes.
So have we estimated what something, I mean, because I'm thinking the old Sunflower Bank building on Ohio will come off the tax rolls.
Correct.
The old Tuxedo place right in front of the mall that they're turning into the acute care right across from McDonald's.
Right.
The hospital bought that one. Is that correct? So
That I don't know.
yeah, because they're kind of it's gonna
It's part of that, yes.
right. So that's going to come off the tax rolls. David's Bridal Building. Thank you. Yeah.
ComCare's come off.
Yeah, and that's never was. Oh, yeah. Then that one will be off too. So I didn't know if we'd kind of put together the kind of the financial impact of some of those
Yeah,
decisions.
because they own StatCare, the ComCare facility on East Republic, on the corner of Republic and Ohio. All those office buildings downtown.
Right.
Just
Right. Anyway, I just wondered. I mean, if we haven't looked into that, I mean, that looks to me, the citizen's comment was that looks like it's going to be a big number.
Sure.
So,
Burden on
okay.
homeowners.
All right. Any other questions? It's just something to look at if you would.
Okay.
So, no hurry. Public comment?
Ray Ruska, 235 North Santa Fe. Thank you for bringing that up, Monty, because that is an issue. Ask the question, what can be done, to keep our tax base, appropriate? And it looks like some of the nonprofits are taking advantage of that situation. And possibly, what is it, legislative to do something about it? Or can we do anything about it in our county? Or, is it based on that's going to be the way it is? Or what's the solution?
Yeah, what's the solution? And maybe a good topic for the 12:30 luncheon today
Yeah.
with the legislatures.
Well, and it would have to be legislative. They have to apply to the Board of Tax Appeals for any exemption that they get, and we can make a recommendation one way or the other, but the final decision is not up to us at the county level.
So you mentioned that you'd like to see what the impact is. That would be a good number to let the public know about what's going on there.
Right.
And
Because that money's going to have to be made up by somewhere,
and you're going to have to make it all up.
right?
Use another tax increase.
Not all of it. I'll do my little portion. but not all of it. All right, thank you, Ray.
You're welcome.
Any other public comment? Thank you for your time this morning. Appreciate it very much. We'll very quickly move to item number 3.
Approval of County Commission minutes for October 13, 2015.
Is there any public comment first? Action?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept the county commission meetings of October the 13th, 2015 as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Is there any other business that needs to come before the commission at this time? Under announcements, I do want to let everyone know that the full commission is meeting with our area legislators at 12:30 at the Health Department Board, so it's an open meeting. Public is invited. No agenda, I don't think, has been set, but just want to kind of discuss issues, maybe bring up the property tax issue. Also want to mention that we are putting together the Expo Center committee. It is not a full-time committee, so we don't have an expression of interest form, but if you are interested in being on that committee, we'd like to get that going fairly quickly. Please contact the county administrator's office by this Friday to get put on the list. There's not a lot of spots open because we do want somebody from the city of Salina is going to have somebody, the Friends of the River, Salina 2020 and downtown Salina will have somebody. Tri-Rivers Fair Board will have a representative, K-State Research and Extension, and a representative of Saline County. And those have been pretty well set, but we still have regular users and members at large to appoint to that. So if you have any interest in this committee is designed to kind of come up with some sort of plan to present to the city, because the county is asking for an extension of our lease on that property, and the city is looking for some direction of what we want long term. So it would be a great committee to be on, I think. So have any interest by this Friday, please contact the county administrator's office. Is there anything else anybody would like to add about that point? Did I hit everything? All right. Any other announcements today? Seeing, Dave?
I have a quote. This is from James Wilson, original justice on the U.S. Supreme Court. Human law must rest its authority ultimately upon the authority of that which is divine. Far from being rivals or enemies, religion and law are twin sisters, friends, and mutual assistance. Indeed, these two sciences run into each other.
Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. We will reconvene at 12:30 in the Health Department Board.